What's up, guys? Thanks for coming back to the channel. If you've never been here, thanks for popping in to check this one out. Guys, today I am showing you this Aoemi Partition Assistant. This is a sponsored video by Aoemi. With that being said, let's get started here and just kind of see what this is all about. So the Aoemi Partition Assistant, I know when you hear Partition Assistant, you think, oh, a piece of software that just partitions things. And that is true. It does partition things, but it has so much more. So let's take a look at all this stuff, guys. If you go to the site, link down in the description below, you will be presented with this. And right now, I don't know if this will be here when you guys see this video, but they are having a flash sale up to 80% off. So it might be a good time to grab this software for a good price. And I will show you all what it does. In the meantime, when you guys get to the site, you can see here the differences between the different versions, Pro version, Server Edition, etc., etc. So check that out. But they do also have a free version. So go ahead and download that, get that installed, and let's take a look at the software here. So if I minimize this, and I've already got it downloaded and installed, so I'm going to go ahead and open it up. And again, if you guys are just using the free version, there might be some differences here, but probably not for what I'm about to show you. I have the professional edition because that's what Aoemi gave me to show this to you guys. So like I said, there might be some better options in here, but I believe what I'm showing you is covered under free. So if we go up top here, look, we're going to have several options up here. Basically quick links to options, kind of like what we have over here. And if you look here, it will show you all of your drives installed. And you can either have a list that way or show them a little bit more here with these bigger spread out specifications and details. So as you see, I have my two backup 8TB drives. It's a D&E drive. I've got my primary operating system drive, which is a 2TB NVMe. And down here, I've just got this 4TB drive connected by an external docking station. And this is what we're going to be messing with today for demonstration purposes. Now, if we look up top here, like I said, it's got kind of some quick links for what it offers. And like I said, guys, this does way more than partitioning. It's actually kind of amazing. This actually does disk cloning. You can move your operating system to another drive that you have installed to where it would boot off that instead of, your primary. You can clone a disk in case like you're upgrading a operating system disk to a solid state or something like this. This will completely clone it for you. Or you can clone a partition. It's got a convert tool, a couple good options in there. Free up. This is kind of cool because you can actually use PC Cleaner. It will go into a drive and clean up all the junk and stuff like that, keep things clean. App Mover is cool because, say for instance, you've got a couple programs running on your primary drive, but you want them to run on a secondary drive. This will move those over for you. And this is kind of a cleanup tool. Also, you can go in and delete large files. It will detect what your largest files are, and you can delete them if you need to. Recovery, it will recover a partition. It even recovers data, guys. Like if you lost or deleted things accidentally or even formatted things, this is an all-in-one tool. So that will help you out too. Wipe a hard drive, partition, shred files, stuff like that. Even erase files securely on an SSD. Test is kind of cool. It will go in and it will test the speed of any hard drive that you have installed. And I believe that includes like flash drives and stuff like that. And it will even run a surface scan on a disk. Additional tools here. I mean, they've just got so much here. But yeah, check it out. Get this downloaded. Link in description. But let's take a look at how this works. And today what I'm going to show you is pretty simple. I'm not going to show you everything, but I am going to show you how to just split a drive into two. So you have a hard drive and say you just want two partitions. Say you want a drive that has your pictures on one and, videos or something like that on the other, or music, whatever the case is. So we've got this drive here. It's completely blank, and we want to split this in two. So let's make sure that we are on the drive that we want. Always make sure of that, because if you're like on your operating system drive and you start messing with things, you could really mess things up. Not physically, just, you can create partitions or delete partitions where you really don't want to do that. So make sure you're on the right one here. So I'm going to choose this, and we're just going to split partition. We're going to turn this hard drive, basically it's the F drive. We're going to do a F and G drive, and we're going to split it right down the middle. Shows by default, each partition is right at about 2 terabytes, just under. And that's just the way that Windows reads things. Unfortunately, it doesn't say 2 terabytes. So anyway, once we choose each size of each partition we want, we simply hit OK. And as you can see down here in the software, it has changed it. Now, if you go to your File Explorer, you can see that has not changed because we have to apply these changes. In here, it's still showing a 4 terabyte drive. So once you select what you want, we're going to click Apply up here. And then, yes, we're going to proceed. And yes, we are sure. So it will go through, this little procedure. It's not going to take long because there's no data on the drive or anything like that to mess with. It's just a blank drive with a single partition and now 2. So it tells you you're all done, completed successfully. As you can see, F and G, and if you open up your File Explorer, you now have 2 drives instead of 1. I mean, you physically still have 1, but it's 2 partitions. So you can put music on this one, pictures on this one, or whatever you want to do. So it's pretty simple to use, guys, and that's just one little option here. Now let me show if you decide, okay, I just want this back to 1 partition. I don't need 2 partitions. So piece of cake. I go in here to the second drive that it created. I simply hit delete partition, and we can just choose this because there's no data on it, so we don't need to wipe it, and we're just going to delete the partition. And so we do that, and this is unallocated now, as you see, as opposed to this one is an NTFS and primary. So it's unallocated. Then I go onto this one, I do the same thing, delete partition, and yes. So as you can see, it's back to just 1 single partition with the full 4 terabytes. But if you look in here, well, let's back up. That's not going to take effect because if you see, we open that up, we still have 2. That will not take effect until you apply these changes here. Proceed and yes. And again, should not take too long. All right, we're done. Now, once those changes are applied, you will see that there is no drive in here. Don't fear. You have to actually give this a partition now because it's unallocated. So you simply click on it. We want to create a partition, and we're just going to go ahead. I mean, you can make it smaller, but we're just going to go ahead and max out that partition. Hit OK, and we have to apply. Always remember to apply. Proceed and yes. And now it is creating just that 1 partition on the disk so it can make it readable. Okay, we're done. Now, as you see, if we open this up, your disk is back with the full 4 terabytes. So anyway, guys, that is it. Again, really sweet tool, really, and so many options. It's not just a partition assistant. It does so much. So anyway, guys, again, link is in the description below. If this was helpful to you, please give me a like. Consider subscribing for future content. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.